Welcome back, everyone. Unfortunately, this is the last episode of the series, but we still have a bit to cover before we end the series. So let's get right into the topic, shall we? In the ashes of the Soviet Union's collapse in 1991, former Yugoslavia had shattered into pieces. Serbia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Croatia, and Macedonia were all erupting into violence and divided along various religious lines. When the world saw the violence in the region, it sparked an international response. The UN forces, including Canada, had the task of tackling the violence in the areas of Bosnia and Croatia. Around 2,000 Canadians were deployed into the area and unexpectedly deployed into a war zone at that. The last remaining troops were pulled out of the area in 2004, after 4 bitter years of trying to resolve the conflict. The Canadian Armed Forces had encountered unique situations for a peacekeeping mission. Monitoring ceasefire lines, opening supply routes, and blockading arms shipments are just some examples of the duties the armed forces faced there. The peacekeeping operations also saw many Canadian firsts since the Korean War, such as the first flight operations and deployment of heavy tank battalions. September 1993 saw Canadians engage in their heaviest firefights since Korea. Croatia's declaration of independence produced civil warfare within its new borders. Inside Croatia, the breakaway Republic of Serbian Krajina, supported by the Yugoslav National Army, was using artillery in the Medak Pocket, a farming area, to attack convoys. Due to the unpredictability of Croatian troops and those of the Yugoslav National Army-supported Serb minority, the Canadians were targeted a majority of the time. In the Medak area, the Canadians came under small arms and artillery fire by the Croatians and Serbs, but they were able to fend them off with no casualties. Caught in an ethnic cleansing campaign by the Croats and the Serbs, the Canadians had often rescued many lives and came under a great amount of fire against mainly militia groups. The Croats, Serbs, and Bosnians all took their shots at the Canadians, and let's just say it never necessarily ended well for them. Bosnia was one of the many examples of Canada's efforts in peacekeeping operations worldwide. Afghanistan, Cyprus, and other countries have seen Canadians engaged in UN efforts. Approximately 130 Canadians have been killed in peacekeeping operations worldwide. Alright everyone, that's going to be the end of this episode and the series as a whole. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you were wondering where I got my information, I summarized the majority of it from the Canadian Encyclopedia. I will have a link in the description if you guys ever need to go and look anything up about Canada. These guys had really good information and it's fairly reputable. But like I said, that is going to do it for the series, and I hope you guys learned and laughed through it like I did. And until next time, I will see you guys later.